is? That's right, winter break! And you know what that means? I get to make a crap ton more videos. I need to make a lot of Christmas-themed videos. So heck yeah, I'm gonna review these cartoon classics. This has just like every Christmas cartoon classic you could think of. You know, Rudolph, Frosty, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, along with the Little Drummer Boy. I also have these, but you know, another story for another day. Anyway, let's just start out with the one right smack dab in center, Rudolph, the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Oh, and also I will be ranking them from best to worst. Not to say that one of them is bad, but you know, there's got to be the worst of a bunch, unless they're like all equal or something. So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I'm pretty sure we all know the story, but the song doesn't go quite as in depth as the cartoon does. I mean, no wonder it doesn't. The cartoon's like 40 minutes. Gosh! This is what I'm not the biggest fan of with this one. Just like the length. Like, I do like how Frosty the Snowman just sticks to like the 22 minutes. But it's still a great story. But you know, Frosty the Snowman, that's another thing. So basically, Rudolph was born with a red nose. Of course, he gets bullied by other kids because, you know, not other kids have red noses. So much of a shame that he wasn't born with a blue nose. And basically, his dad tries to hide it and gives him this big fake nose. And Rudolph does meet a girl that is actually very nice to him. And like, she doesn't think it's silly. But Rudolph runs away, and then he meets a bunch of toys that they thought because of this terrible snow, like, couldn't make it. And so because of the fogginess and snow, Santa needed Rudolph's help to guide the sleigh. Like I said, I don't really like how long this one gets, so I'm going to go ahead and say that out of these four, I would put Rudolph down at numero tres. Also, it does have the return of Frosty, but like, I'm gonna go over that real quick later. But like, that's up next, Frosty the Snowman. You can kind of know the story from hearing the song, unlike Rudolph. Kids find a hat. Technically, they steal it from the magician. I mean, I don't think it's stealing because the magician gets angry and throws it in the garbage, so like, you're lost, dude. But then basically they put it on a snowman, and you know what happens? He comes to life. And they just like, they have fun. They dance. Adventure. But they just walk around, but Frosty notices he's gonna melt. You know, he's snow, he can't last forever. So this girl, Karen, tries to help him, and actually like, hops on a train and tries to save him. Now, meanwhile, while all this is happening, the magician is chasing them. Eventually, Karen just, like, sees Santa Claus, and he's like, okay, I can use this magic one time. And then, yeah, basically, poof, Rudolph is gonna last, I guess, or something. And then Santa says that he would give the magician new stuff as long as he writes, I am very sorry 100 times. That's how we won't get on the naughty list. Yeah, I like Frosty, keeping it short, but it's still a classic, so I want to go ahead and put that at numero uno. Next one to review. The Little rum-pa-bum-bum. Also, I'm not that short. Yeah, I was nailing. So a Little Drummer Boy starts out with this little kid named Aaron who just likes to drum, and he walks around with animals. But some bandits try and take him and make money off of him. But he claims that he hates humans. Dude, you are one. It wasn't always this way, though. He loved his mother and father, and, you know, things were going fine for him. Until some robbers attacked his house. And his house, I think, got burned down. His parents died along with the house. So these bandits are trying to come make money off of him. And he doesn't want to smile. So they paint a smile on his face. And he plays. He actually sings a little. It's nice for a performance. But then he runs away saying, I hate you. I hate your kind. Then the bandits let him go away. And he sees the three kings. Then he sees the birth of Jesus. That one's a pretty simple explanation. I'm going to go ahead and put Little Drummer Boy at fourth, last. It's okay, but I found it a little bit boring, you know. Alright, last one. Santa Claus is coming to town. So this one is basically about a boy by the name of Claus ending up by a workshop, like weird elf things. They build toys. This lady that becomes his mother, and as Santa Claus grows older, you know, he's a nice man. And he learns all the skills of an animal. So, like, later in it, it says that he's, like, as slippery as a seal. But anyway, he goes to a town where the mayor, Burgermeister Burger, yeah, that's really his name, decides to ban all toys. Because basically, some toy actually caused him to go into the hospital. Like, he, like, slipped on it. All the kids are very upset, so they have nothing to do with chores. Kris Kringle now comes, and he's like, well, why aren't you guys playing? Why aren't you guys having fun? And then he gives them all toys and asks them what they want. But he gets found out, and he has to come up with strategies. Like, he would hide it in the stockings, because originally these stockings weren't even used for presents. But then he met this very nice lady by the name of Jessica. Now, you know, they were getting along well, but, you know, Kris went back to his home, but he ran into a guy known as the Winter Warlock. Now, the Winter Warlock was supposed to be very mean, but he was just very lonely, actually. Now, Kris gave him this toy, and he was just so happy. And he was no longer like a monster. He became kind. And basically, just as times pass, Santa Claus grows, and all these things become tradition. Flying reindeer, big red suit. And one night, they have to make it without being caught by the Burgermeister Burger. And it works. And that is the story of Santa Claus. So now I'm going to put that one at number 2. So let's look at the ranks. Frosty, number 1. Santa Claus is coming to town. Number 2. Rudolph is number 3. And coming in last is the Little Drummer Boy at number 4. Yeah, I said I'd go over this, so let me talk about Frosty Returns. Frosty Returns tells the story of this girl that is a magician, and is trying to get her friend Charles to help her, except that all the kids are playing out in the snow, and it's a snow day, but it's rough for the adults, and they are like, we could live without snow. And then there's this evil guy who made a product that you just spray, and it makes snow go away. It's a big threat to Frosty. But the hat is found by this magician girl, and she puts it on Frosty, kind of just like the original. And then Frosty comes to life, as per usual. So they just kind of like have fun, you know, until Frosty notices that this whole product is a big threat to him. They have to work hard to stop him, because like even kids would want just like all year summer, no snow. But in the end, although this bad guy was dumped in like a cold lake and ended up being unsuccessful with his product, out of forgivingness, he was offered a ride in this little sleigh that Frosty and the girl were riding in. And he's like, oh yes, I would like a try. And it's just kind of over. So yeah, that is today's Memorable Saturdays. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. What is your opinion? What order would you put these? What do you think is the best of these? So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like, peace.